Hey, peace, family. Haven't thought of a title yet, but I don't know what's going on. It's like lately, I've been dealing with all these thoughts. All these thoughts just been passing through my mind, and I just keep thinking of certain things in our past, and I'm questioning a lot of stuff, and I just feel like I need to get off my chest. So I think that's why I'm making all these videos. Um, it's weird. It's like, okay, I'm questioning, okay, why do we have such a huge, mistrust, distrust within the black community? I think a lot of us have trust issues in regards to our people, but not in regards to anyone else, just our race. And I'm questioning where it stems from, and why is it still here? And what can be done, to repair it? What can be done to repair the trust issues, that we have? I started questioning a lot of things about where could it have stemmed from. I know a lot of times we say that, drugs was to blame for a lot of it, because we say that when it came in, we dealt with a lot of, I guess, crime, towards one another, when drugs hit the scene, alcohol, all that type of stuff, made people, a little, maybe not responsible for, what they, was committing. And, I'm not gonna say it was all on that, but I know people do say, that was a bit of it, a bit that played a part in it, and I was just trying to think, because I know, I know that we've, always had people who we consider sellouts. We've always had that. We know that, but I don't think that caused us to be, untrustworthy with each other, because, we really have an issue. And even when we do, even some of us can be emotional beings to where we can let our guard down, then where it's quickly, betrayed the trust. So, and I'm questioning that too. Why, as our people, are we quickly to do that to one another? So, it's just kind of always having a resentment for one another. And the way I figure that is because, we're either quick to betray a trust, we're either quick to, already have mistrust or, distrust issues with each other, but not with any other race. We always quick to kind of stab each other in the back. You know what I mean? That type of stuff. So I was just curious of, where's it stemming from? Why is it like that? Why is it still ongoing? And what can we do to change it? What can we do to end that and, change things around? I know, definitely, I know a lot of it is obviously working on yourself and, always looking within and always trying to, check yourself on certain things that, you might be doing. I know it's also about, our reaction, the way we respond, to certain things. So I know that's a part of it as well. I would think that it's also, reaching out, and extending, a hand, and paying it forward, what we learn, and, kind of showing each other love, kind of opening up that heart chakra, you know what I mean, and extending love to one another, because I think that we have a huge problem within our race showcasing love, to one another. And I think that's something that definitely needs to be worked on, and maybe that's something that we can use in order to repair the trust issues that we have, to honestly show like an unconditional love, towards one another, because we can show an unconditional hate and resentment, and a jealousy, and want to be in like, competitive, state, where we always want to, see each other as some sort of competition, or, they're a threat or something, instead of seeing them as the family that we claim that they are, and if we really, want to say that, if we really want to say we want to consider y'all, each other as family, and we say that this was about, then I think that we got to start stepping up and standing behind that, and not just say the words, because I think that this is why we have such a huge divide, and it's not even just unconditional love, but we don't even just have like a mutual respect for one another. Not even on YouTube, for mutual respect for one another's platform, and the fact that each and every last one of us brings something to the table, and it's a place for all of us, including more. I'm out in the streets and I'm welcoming people, telling them, create a channel, come on in, because this is what we want. If we say we want solidarity, we want unity, and we want all our people woken, and we want us all on the same level, and we want us to work and move in masses, and if that's the case, then we don't want to leave nobody behind. We're trying to get them all. So as we wake up more, we should be patting ourselves on the back and happy, because this is the only way we're going to change anything. I mean, it's the only way we're going to liberate or actually get unification is if we get all of us on the same path here. It's all in the same mindset, so we can all add our part and we can all do our part, and play a part. So I thought that's what it was about. But it seemed like now a lot of people's more into like it's me versus whoever, and this is why people will start drama, just trivial things, blow stuff up, be irrational, be erratic, stir up anything, blow, like I said, blow things out of proportion, take it out on anybody. Like, people is just quick to just go straight to the extreme, because it's a lot of individualism. It's like everybody's each his own. Everybody's out for themselves, and I didn't know that that's what a community was about. So people can't really say that it's this is what it is and that's what they're seeking if they're not really establishing lifelines in order to get that. We can't say we want unity, we want this, we want sisterhood, brotherhood, all that, but we're not establishing certain lifelines in order to achieve that. So quick to burn bridges and things like that. So this is what I'm just seeing, and I'm trying to figure out, how can we begin, to repair trust, because I feel like that's a huge issue. Trust is a big thing. It's a big issue, and I think that if we can repair that, then we can get people to maybe we can get the unification that we're seeking, because if we don't trust each other, then we're not gonna come together. So, and that's a big issue, like I said, in our community. That's why it's such a big division, a big divide, because people can't trust you to not backstab them. People can't trust you not to throw them under the bus, snitch, tattletale. People can't trust you to it's a lot of different things that they can't trust. They can't trust you not to bang on them. They can't trust that if you really, are here for the liberation and empowerment of your people, or you just here for yourself, the individual reasons. So it's all that and all that above. So because they can't trust it, this is why a lot of people don't want to, just completely, I guess, give themselves, give of themselves and whatnot, and this is why, we keep complaining about what we're dealing with, because look at it. Look at the conscious community. Look how people quick to backstab, throw each other, attack each other, clickbait, bang on each other, disrespect. No, just they don't even have just a general mutual respect. Just a general respect for each other, just for another human being, another black person, another person who's conscious, another person who's trying to enlighten and inspire and be for the people, like all that. So being the fact that we don't have that, it's a lot, and this is what we dealing with, and I don't know. Peace, Leela May. Where do we start? That's what I was saying. I saying, just having a general mutual respect for one another, unconditional love, showing, I think that, starting within yourself, and like I said, looking within and correcting yourself, consistently working on that, consistently just trying to show a love and just trying to reach out to other people, maybe just, extending the olive branch. Sometimes you just got to go out, you just got to walk out, go out on you got free will here. You just got to go out, and you just got to trust it, and I mean, one time I was doing a live stream before on a channel, and we were talking about certain things to build up trust. We talked about workshops and trust falls and stuff like that, little bit by little bit, to build and to restore. And I said, something that I think too is just connecting with people, connecting them on anything, just your likes, your dislikes. It don't always got to be about what plagues us as a whole, as a collective. I can just connect with you, just on a one-on-one, and go from there and build from there. And then build a rapport, a friendship, a cybership, and then a friendship, and then, further than that, to where, we can trust each other outside of YouTube, it don't, or outside of Facebook, outside of social media in general. It doesn't always got to be with social media. I mean, we can start there. That can be our way, our version of meet and greet. You know what I mean? But like the internet version of meet and greet. So, booyah, we can use that as the meet and greet, and then we can connect off somewhere else onto something else. Like, stop. People get so caught up in this social media and these videos and this YouTube and this, they think some notoriety or whatever they're here for. And I'm like, if you're really here for the genuine, true liberation of your people, then you can meet with people and connect with them off YouTube. You don't have to always keep doing live streams and YouTube and videos just because you met somebody through there. You can build and do something else. We can meet in person. We can, be friends outside of that, but just use that as a meet and greet. But a lot of people get so caught up in the YouTube to where that's all they wanted. That's the only time they ever want to connect with you or build with you. It's YouTube. And it's not about talking for my people to hear me. It's about talking so I can meet. It's about talking to where it's going to attract other like-minded individuals to me. And when they drag to me, then we're going to link up. That's what it's about. It's about taking it further. People keep saying we're using this internet as a tool. Then why are we using it as the tool that we claim that it is? And building outside of that. And building real life friendships. And going forward. And just we building off of just our common interests alone, we're going to put in the work. We're going to put boots on the ground. And we can come back and we can get on YouTube and say, hey, we use YouTube and we met in person or we linked in person. This is what we've done. Here are we at. Come visit us out here, family. Come sign up. Come link up. This is how we can grasp other people. You know what I mean? And not just us, even what I like what the celebrities is doing. With Jay-Z, they said with the 444 is inspiring people to be about money and building the entrepreneurship and all the above and seeking, be conscious and righteous and all the above. When I watched this thing of Usher where he had a line through the 4th of July and he had Juneteenth down here and said, do we really have our independence yet? And I was like, and these celebrities, they get a huge masses, they get a huge following in regards to people who's going to hear them and listen to them and heed their message. And that's easy for us to wake up masses and groups of masses of people. So, and then we doing our part. So, and I mean, because a lot of people who are unawoke or unaware, they idolize these celebrities. In regards to us, some people idolize some of these YouTubers, I don't know. But, I guess that's how it goes down. But, I just feel as though, it's going beyond. It's not just staying stagnant or staying stifled or staying where we've been. It's about pushing beyond that. It's about using it to our benefit, using it as an aid, that's going to take us further. It's going to progress us further. So, you said communication is so important. We need to form a gathering and build friendship. I agree, Layla. I agree. Like, that's facts right there. So, and that's what I'm saying. Like, just building them gatherings, building the friendship, being about communication, being about, expressing yourself instead of being a suppressor or holding on to something. If something bothers you and you're supposed to be my sister and you really got my back and we really friends or we really consider each other family, then you would tell me. You would tell the person. You would tell them, listen, I'm dealing with this. I'm dealing with, I didn't like when you said this. I didn't like, instead of me holding on to it for a week or weeks on end and not saying anything, and making it feel like, it's all well and good. And then when y'all end up, whatever, people blow things all out of proportion. And then they blow it all up. And then you're like, well, hold up. Why didn't you mention something then? Why didn't you mention when it was bothering you? Why not just come out and speak your mind and speak, or tell me the next day and speak your mind and let it be known? But people hold on. We have a lot of problems where we hold on to things. And because we hold on to it, we hold on to it, become a grudge. We develop a grudge against that person. And we start holding on to that grudge. And then next, it turns into, where you're attacking them and you're banging on them or whatever. And that person have no idea where it's stemming from. And then so this is the problem, and this is where we have this issue with trust and whatnot. So we got to get rid of the grudges that we hold against one another, and we got to learn to start trying to build on. If we say we want to be trusted, then we got to start learning how to build on that trust. And I think it really starts with trying to get to know the person beyond the computer screen. We're all people here. We're all individuals. Regardless if it's YouTube or not, we're still individuals behind a YouTube channel. We're still human beings with emotions and whatnot, and with feelings. So you have to treat it as such. So, and I mean, I think it's pretty much too having respect, not taking your personal frustrations out on the audience, out on everybody. Some people come out on the YouTube and they take out everything that they dealing with personally out on others, out on strangers, because why? They feel as though you live thousands of miles away, you're never going to see them, and they feel as though because they tough behind a computer screen, there's no consequences to nothing. So, and that's not right, and that's not the case, because it is consequences, because you're affecting that person, you're transferring that energy onto that person, you're affecting their livelihood, you're affecting their spirit, their energy. And if you really say that you about love and black love and unity and power and empowerment, and you really about your brothers and your sisters here, and you really just have a genuine love and respect for them, you would dare try to put something negative upon their spirit. So, but, a lot of people, talk it, but they don't really, walk it. They're not practicing what they're preaching here. They're not being about that. And that's what, that's the only way I think that, we're going to begin to try to repair anything. It starts with, like I said, always looking within, always correcting, yourself on what you've done, realizing your part in it, what you play, acknowledging that, accepting it, trying to, figure out how can you make adjustments, in your life to where it doesn't affect you, and moving on. So, and I mean, I think that, we have an issue with that. We have an issue with, looking within. We have an issue with, looking at our own behavior and checking our own self on that. So I think a lot of us, as people have an issue with that. And, that's the problem. So, in regards to the, when I was starting the video out in the first place about being trust, it's hard. It's hard with the trust. I know what I was saying and everything. I think that we can still apply, especially with yourself. But it is really hard, to put out there and go out on a limb, with people. And that's why I said, maybe it's going by building off social media and going further and getting to know the person individual and see from near. Because I think sometimes when it's disguised or, it's hidden under, behind social media, people get so caught up in that, and they forget about that this is still an individual, this is still a person, this is still a fellow brother and sister that you can still have love and respect for, and not get up and caught in all this whole competitiveness and being the whole backstab. Like I was just listening to that song yesterday, actually last night, and I was just Oh God, I'm so into it because backstabbers. All the time they want to take your place. The backstabbers, they smile in your face, like what I mean. And I know, and nobody backstab you more than the beast. Let's get that out there now. Now, with that said, you do, and you deal with that, and you deal with it, the backstabbing and the people, whatever. But I think that's what it comes into. It plays into where people, they see you, they don't see you as their brother and sister. No matter if you thousands of miles away, they still don't see you as a brother and sister. They still don't see that they could be somebody who travels, statewide. They could be somebody who travels globally, that they are speaking to an audience that people globally are watching them. And they're not even seeing that. They're not even going as far to acknowledging that. So, and that you are having an effect, on people's lives. So, and they got to realize that because of that, you're holding some power here, and you have to realize that, you have to acknowledge that and accept that. And people are not, they just not doing that. They get so caught up in this, hype of social media, where it's just like that's all they see, and they're blinded by that, and they don't see beyond that, and they don't see the human beings and the lives that they're impacting beyond that, because it's all about them. So, and that's when the selfishness, and this is why people say it's a lot of individualism and all that, because you see it. But if you're really about your people, if you really love yourself, if you really love yourself, for one, and if you're really working on yourself, and you really love yourself to the point where you want to see yourself be a better individual, and you want to be there at 100%, so you can definitely be there for your people, then you will do that, and you will be working on that, and you would do that even now. You will be even using social media as that tool to do that. So, and not using it as a way to cause division and divide, not using it as a way to have some type of industry mindset to where you in some competition with other people, and it's all about building up your brand and making monetary gain off of it. You know what I mean? And getting people just, rolling your name off their tongue. That's not what it's supposed to be about, even though a lot of them use it for that purpose. And you would have to be naive to not see it. So, but I'm saying, but if you're genuine, and your purpose, is true on here, and your intentions, are honest here, then definitely you're going to continue to be, what you were probably put here for in the first place. So, and you're going to be about that. So, and you're going to work on however we can to build up that trust, so we can seek this unity, so we can have this solidarity, so we can continue to pay it forward to the next generation, so we can continue to wake up and enlighten, and make all our people aware. Because that's where we at. It's not more important than that. It's becoming aware. We have to be aware. We have to stay aware. I stay alert. I was watching, the video I had shared, Jim Crow Museum, again, throwback from when I've been watched it like over a year ago. And, it's just staying aware, staying alert of how the oppression continued, after slavery. With Jim Crow, that's really a wake-up call on to really, enlighten you on how they kept the oppression against our race after slavery. So, things like that, just staying aware, I feel, and enlightening and waking up all the rest of our people, even if the celebrities got to do it and we got to do it together and hand in hand, that's how it's going to work. So, I definitely think that, that's what we need to be about. So I definitely think that most of our people need to be woke, because as they get there, they're going to be on the same level as us. You know what I mean? We already realize now that we conscious what we want to do. We know we want to be activists. We know we want to put boots on the ground. We know we want to be about that work. We know we want to be about solidarity, pushing forward, progression, liberation. So as long as we wake up the others and get them out of the brainwash, then hopefully they'll get to be on the same level. So, and this is the only way we're going to accomplish anything as a collective. So, and that's just real talk. But you know, I might title this video like, you know, why do we have such a huge mistrust, distrust in, you know, the black community? You know, where does it stem from? You know, what can we do to, you know, overturn it, to restore, you know, the trust within our community? You know, because, I mean, we definitely have a huge distrust, and I think that that's really add to our disunity. So, and it really adds to the fact that we are very competitive to one another, and while a lot of us in turn kind of see each other and view each other as an enemy or as a threat or as competition versus somebody as support. So, yeah. So, and, you know, it's just little bit by little bit that I feel as though that we can do, that we can apply to ourselves, and that we can apply to each other, and we can help for regards to each other and to our communities in order to, you know, restore. So, I'm going to end it on that note. So, I'm going to say peace and love. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. You know, remember to keep your heads up, keep them boots on the ground. So, peace.